Alright.
Yeah, might as well start it. So that's how we go. Easy herbs. Easy herbs, easy herbs, easy herbs. Yeah, boy. So basically, jump straight into it, boy. No time wasted. No one on the lab. Picking up. No one's picking up yet. Easy. Meditation starts now. No time for wasting. Big up young Jay. He's gonna help me through this. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so easy herbs. Tricks in processed foods, or tricks in foods. That's the presentation Easy has presented or is gonna present today, yeah? And basically, right now, we got young Jay here, which is what, 17?
17, yeah.
17, so for the viewers, obviously we're trying to target the young generations to get on game from ASAP, from young. So, but in the scientific community, scientific literature, and the what would I say? The language is quite difficult to understand. You see what I'm saying? So, for me to understand the scientific literature and there's big words and all those words, I'm gonna have to try to break it down for a way you can understand. You know what I mean? So that's the way that Easy's wanna try to do it. And if I can make you understand, then I'm doing justice to my audience and to the community. So if Jay can understand this, there's no excuse for the people. So that's what it is. So like I said, tricks in processed foods. We've got man them coming through. Can't deal with the wait. 9 o'clock we meant to latest. Now it's like what, 10 o'clock now, and the man them are on their way. So, and I can't deal with the wait, man. I'm on time, bro. So, but the man is gonna come. So everyone's itching for this information. Because boy, they wanna know what tricks the brain. So yeah, man. So yeah, this yeah, I'm gonna just crack on. Bam. So, just before I even look at everything and try to speak about it, before we understand what tricks the brain, because we're dealing with food, processed food, McD's, KFC, Chinese food, all these processed foods that's out there, the junk food that lack nutrition. That's the thing, is like, with these junk food, your cells don't even feed on them. So your body will never be satisfied on the food that you're consuming. We're talking about McD's, we're talking about Chinese food, KFC, and etc. Yeah, because the chemicals and etc. that they're put in there. But the first trick in food is to understand how they taste. Yeah, that's the trick. Because like I just said, the food is basically rubbish. Don't feed the cells. It feeds the pathogens, which is the bad bacteria in the colon. Yeah. So in your stomach, your intestines, you got small intestines and you got large intestines. Yeah. They have bacteria. A lot of youth or people have a misunderstanding of what bacteria is, and virus. You have viruses in your stomach, your intestines, and they help you live. When you think what helps you live or what helps fight against viruses, you think of the immune system, innit? But the immune system is created by the viruses and bacteria. And the viruses and bacteria communicate to the immune system to identify which ones are bad and which ones are good. So they communicate through electrical signals, yeah, which is called biofilms, yeah, and they send messages to the immune system. When you come out the womb, when you was born, the first immune system that get built for you is through breastfeeding. That's why breastfeeding is so important for child when they're young. That's why if you heard, I don't know if you know too much about it, but when kids get a C-section, yeah, when they get the they have to be given like a dose of like Cerelac or something. Because if the child don't get the breast, the milk from the breast, the immune system will lack, and any common viruses, like even up to a common cold, can kill them. You see what I'm saying? And this is introduced by the bacteria and viruses through your through the breast fluid. Yeah, so that's a little bit of understanding on how the bacteria and virus play a role in your body. You know, so really you need to take care of the good bacteria in your body, yeah. But you have to feed them. That's how you take care of them. You feed them. You have to find out what the good bacteria eat off, and as you know what good foods are, like fruits and veg.
Yeah.
You know that's feeding the good bacteria.
Yeah.
And when you're eating that fast food and that shit food,
It's not feeding them.
it's feeding the bad bacteria, which are sending those signals to you, those trick signals to you. Yeah, thinking that but it's like addiction. I'm gonna show you the addiction signal that they sent. Yeah, so with the taste bud, yeah, and the trick is the fact that each taste, yeah, has a specific content of iron. You know, ions are like ions is like electrical charges, yeah?
Yeah.
You can have potassium, you can have hydrogen, you can have calcium ions, yeah? But in the realm of taste, yeah, in your tongue, because we know about taste buds, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a taste bud, yeah? Within a taste bud, you have epithelial cells, yeah? Epithelial cells are just basically different aspects of tastes within one taste bud. So that means that if a potassium ion attached to the taste bud, this side of the epithelial cell would release a signal. Yeah? If we got hydrogen, which is sour, as you can see, hydrogen is sour. So if you eat food with a lot of hydrogen ions, the H plus, you know it's gonna attach to this one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Which is gonna send that signal to your brain that now you're eating something sour. So that's how it works. It's like a mechanic. It's like a machinery. That's why it's so crazy. And I'm glad that you're here. I'm gonna take my time because from when you can understand, the world should understand. You know. But these ions, yeah, that we can see, they're called neurotransmitters.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, no. Sorry. Yeah. Neurotransmitters. That's what they are. Because when we deal with neurotransmitters, there's another term that you might have heard. It's hormones.
Yeah.
Hormones and neurotransmitters. The basic way to understand what neurotransmitters is and hormones are is to understand them as instructions. So you feed your tongue high in hydrogen ion, the instruction is getting sent to your brain is that you're eating something sour.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the neurotransmitter that's getting released. It's telling your brain that you're eating something sour. So as soon as so that's how it works. Yeah. So whatever outweighs the ions would send that signal. So that means that you can eat a fruit that is bitter and sour together. But if it's got more hydrogen ion, it will tell your brain that you're eating something sour.
Yeah.
Regardless, whatever outweighs whatever will send that signal to your brain. So, and then look, as you can see, yeah, you got sweet and Amani is another taste, and bitter and Kumani release proteins and calcium and then more. So it's a little bit complicated. Complicated. You have to have specific receptors to tell your brain what you're eating when it comes to sweet, bitter, and Omani. Yeah. When you're eating a lot of salt, you know it's potassium ions. A lot of potassium ion that's sending you. You know because the thing is, you need these for your brain to understand what you're eating and for you to respond to it. Yeah. Either you enjoy it, yeah, or it's too much. You know when you eat like, imagine, you know what I mean? You eat something so salty. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because those ions are hitting this cell, which is called a taste bud cell, but it's part of an epithelial cell, which another part, which is the basal cell that sends that message to your brain. Because it's the ion so much in the salt, which is the potassium, it's gonna be sending that signal because it's all electrical current. Everything to do with your body is electrical. So it'd be firing. That sends that shocking signal to your brain like, wow, what the fuck, I can't eat that. Because before it hits your front of your brain, which is your frontal lobe, that tells you what you're actually eating, it hits your emotion area first, which is your thalamus. I'm gonna show you in the brain in the diagram. In everything to do with food, the messages, the hormones or the neurotransmitters get sent to your emotional area before you realize exactly what you're eating. So automatically, if it's something sweet, you're gonna remember something. You're gonna feel, this is nice. Before you actually be like, that's how it works. You're always gonna hit the emotional area when it comes to dietary. So that's the thing. That's the trick. That's the trick, yeah. So let me read what it says. Look, it says the sour taste reception. Mice and humans have five basic tastes: sweet, bitter, salty, umami, and sour. Many receptors and ion channel in taste buds are critical for detecting these chemicals in foods. Yeah. So one taste bud has got all of these gateways. Yeah. So depending on what you flood your mouth with is what's gonna send that signal to your brain. And this is how it enters. Yeah, it enters through the gateway, and then it just creates electrical stimulation, electrical charge straight to your brain. That's why you automatically, as soon as you eat something nice, it's just gonna make you feel happy. You see what I mean? If you drink something bitter, you're like, ugh. You're automatically pulling faces because whatever you're eating is gonna cause the action. So this is a part of the trick. You see it? So basically, yeah, as you can see, tongue, taste buds, sweet, bitter, got Pacific, low, iron and all that. This is the channel. This is the basic understanding of how it works. As you can see a little bit more on this diagram, you got this receptor, which is type 1 here. It's in the orange one. It's basically exactly what I explained to you, but it's showing you. It only takes potassium ions, yeah? Which is gonna give you that salty taste, yeah? Then you got the receptor 2, which is the blue one, you can see? Yeah. Which is only gonna give you, but then it's a little bit complex where certain different types of ion channels. You got different, as you can see here, these are ion channels. This is what let the message get sent through. These channel gates have to open and let them in to send the electrical current. So these are all different. This is just showing you different gateways that let different tastes into your body. So this blue epiphenol cell obviously got loads of channels. That's why it opened up to different tastes. Yeah. You see it? Yeah. Which is number 2, blue. Number 3 only opened up to 1. That's why it's only got hydrogen. Yeah? And a bit of calcium. And then look, neurotransmitters release. Yeah. So that's how it goes. You need to understand channels as well. Yeah, because these are the gateways. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, let's see what the next picture is. Let's jump straight into it. Bam. Another understanding exactly what I'm saying. The bitters, the mechanism of taste transduction. Bitters, calcium binds to G protein. Yeah. Receptors open up. Depolarization means that it's creating an electrical charge. The electrical charge is what sends that message to your brain. Look, open P channel sends that. Sweet and umami binds to G protein, membrane receptors, calcium, you see? Calcium ions, and then open up the channel, TRP channel, and then sends the message. Sour, again, hydrogen enters through a potassium channel, then you got salty, potassium, sending that, yeah? So this is another way of confirming exactly what I just explained to you, yeah? Hope people got it. And like I said, it sends a message straight to your brain. Yeah, there's about 3 different gateways. There's glossopharyngeal, that's the glossopharyngeal. This is all obviously your tongue. You got some you know when you brush your tongue, because you meant to brush your tongue in the morning, and it's kind of hairy. Yeah. That's not your taste buds. That's just like it's what you call a a folate papillae, yeah, or fungi papillae. This is the hairs. It's like, you know, when you have an ice cream and you lick and the ice cream stick to your tongue. This is what the papillae does. It's like a gravitatory it's like a rough part of your tongue that picks up stuff. In between those, you have the taste buds. So yeah. But this is the signals that will get sent straight to your brain. The glossopharyngeal and the facial nerves. There's another one that sends the signal straight into your brain. This part of your brain is your emotion area that I just explained. No, this is the no, sorry, that's not your emotion area. This is the mandula, so that means that's your automatic response area. So that's that with that emotion or with that taste might make you twitch or make you move. That's the movement area. It's called the brainstem. Yeah, that's your movement. It's an autonomic system that you don't have no control of. So once that signal gets sent to your brain, you might get a fallback or enjoyment because that's that area that it gets sent to first, and then it gets sent to your hypothalamus area. Hypothalamus, look, thalamus, as it shows here. This is your emotional area. This is that where you get your reptilian brain. This is where you can get, if this is your emotional area. So that means that when it comes to mental health or someone that don't register things correctly,
yeah,
like, you know what I mean, doing some psychoactive things, it's a problem within that area. They don't feel like, for someone that don't feel remorse or something,
yeah,
there's a problem in there because they can't. And then obviously it goes into what area that I just explained, which is your gustatory area, which is like basically your understanding of what you ate, your frontal lobe and etc. This is the temporal lobe. Temporal lobe deals with your the gustatory cortex. Gustatory, just your mouth system, the gateway, gustatory pathway. Yeah. So that means from the tongue, it's attacking your brain. Gateways that go straight from messages, neurotransmitters send that message, sour or bitter, sweet. It gets sent to those areas of your brain. There ain't no down in your colon or anywhere. It's just straight messages to your brain. So go jump onto the next one. This is where we start. This is where we're gonna start getting the trickery. Yeah. So as you can see by the image, who's on the live, my man never taking long to catch up. There's no one. Everyone's out. Information is a little bit too deep for certain man then, but yeah. Cytotoxins. This is when things are gonna start getting a little bit problematic now. I think my boys are gonna take that long way that they're gonna probably miss out on the whole presentation. But yeah, it is what it is. Cytotoxins, yeah. Cytotoxins is the tricks that processed food play on your brain. And the thing that smacks it, as you know, is processed. For anything to do with process, that is man put their hands on it. Yeah. This is, so basically, all that information I just showed you about the tongue, taste, sending those signals straight to your brain, bitters, playing with your emotional area, and also playing with your action area. This is what they're playing with when it comes to processed food. Because they know what they're giving you is junk. Yeah. But it sells, and they know the science behind it. Yeah? And cytotoxins, we're going to talk about it. There's many of them, but I'm going to focus on about one or two, and then we can go more. Because this is the tricks that trick your brain. People need to understand. And then it goes down from young generation when you're feeding your kids, your daughters, or even up for you and your bad habits. Because remember, everything to do with food, it goes into your emotion area. That's why I say the emotion eating. When people are obese, they eat comfort eating. Yeah. That's what it's always emotion, because that's the first pathway that it enters. It's sad really, but that's what it is. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk a little bit more about how it works when it comes to obesity and all that. Yeah. So what is the cytotoxins? Yeah. Cytotoxins are a class of chemicals. Yeah. Usually amino acids. Amino acids is protein that overstimulate your neurons. I think I should have got an image of a neuron, really. Yeah? To show you what a neuron is. I think there is more than us. I'm just capping right now. So, it overstimulates. Like I said to you before about our ions, a food don't just have one ion in it, yeah? Don't have one nutrient in it. But if the predominant or the majority of the food had hydrogen ions, then that's what the food's gonna taste. You see what I'm saying? So whatever is dominant is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So basically, this cytotoxins are amino acids that overstimulate your neuron, which is the cell that sends that message to your brain. Overstimulates. Yeah, the most dangerous cytotoxins are monosodium glutamate, aspartame, dominic acid, LBOAA, cysteine, and casein. Yeah. And again, neuroreceptors facilitate brain cells communication. And upon the cytotoxin exposure, so a substance that overstimulates the neuron, it will make it fire more rapidly than normal, and with the process causing exhaustion and resulting into apoptosis. Apoptosis means that a cell death. You overstimulate something with anything in life, you're gonna wear it out, and then you can cause it to self-destruct. Yeah. That's what a cytotoxin basically is. Yeah, so we're gonna go a little bit deep into that. Yeah, boy, my man is gonna miss out. So these are the chemicals. So basically, chemicals that are processively or man-made put into items. Yeah, this is one source that shows where you can look at where you can find them. Yeah, so obviously glutamine, but the thing is let me just let you know, with all of these substances, yeah, you will find them in nature. So you will find them in fruits, you will find them in plant life, because they don't come out of nowhere. Like the scientists don't just, you know what I mean? They can't make something out of nothing. Everything has to come from something, even if it's the dirt on the ground to some plant on the tree. You know what I mean? Because half of the drugs, even though like heroin, get made from the plant, the opium plant. It is what they do is just take that substance or the chemical from it and over concentrate it. They pull it. So everything is like peppermint, for example. You drink peppermint, it's meant to relieve you from pain. Yeah, that chemical, that pain relief chemical, scientists would take that chemical and then and compile it and then use it in what you call painkillers. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It just concentrated and it is being mushed together for the effect of it to be more efficient. Yeah. Because you can drink, if you got a split headache and you're just drinking peppermint, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna affect you as quick as paracetamol. Yeah. And that's what it is. Exactly. So monosodium glutamate is a chemical or a nutrient that is found in like tomatoes and things like that. Yeah, but through it being through nature, it wouldn't be called monosodium glutamate. It would be called like glutamic. I can't pronounce it. Glutamic acid. Yeah, basically saying it here. But what they done is they added the sodium with it. Yeah, so they took it. It's glutamate. Because the thing is with glutamate is a substance. Like I just showed you, on the taste buds. Yeah, of different tastes. Yeah. Glutamate is one of the main neuron transmitter that is found in the brain. Because everything to do like I'm gonna repeat myself. Everything to do with taste and that, it directly hits your brain before it hits anything else. Glutamine is one of the main abundance neurotransmitter within your brain. Yeah. So it's like 50% of the transmitters that's in your neurons in your brain, in the synapse and the dendrites, is glutamate. Yeah. So glutamate. This is why glutamate is very targeted when it comes to dietary, because they know that it's presented all 50% of your brain. has this glutamate, yeah? So this is that the signals that tells you. Remember, neurotransmitters and hormones are telling you to do something. So they know that, yeah? But I'm gonna talk a bit more. These chemicals or these substances, yeah, are found in, like I said, tomatoes, but they're found in glutamic acid. So it's a different form of monosodium glutamate. It's a different form. So what they've done is they extract that acid and added sodium to it, yeah, to make it enhance. To make it enhance, yeah. So basically, glutamate that's found in your brain naturally is non-essential. So that means non-essential. Normally you hear like non-essential amino acids. Like when you go to dietary, you need essential proteins and essential only means that basically non-essential means that you don't need it. Your body produces it. Yeah. So you don't need this food. So it's like, for example, if you have let's say you need potassium. Because you need potassium to potassium. That's why you eat bananas and food like that, yeah? But imagine if your body can make it by itself.
And bananas would be non-essential.
Yeah, exactly. It would be non-essential. So glutamate is non-essential amino acid. You don't need it from dietary. And you will find in this form in things like fruits and veg. You don't find it in monosodium glutamate unless it's been processed for a reason, because of the overstimulating of the neurons. So let's read this. This is a form of glutamate or glutamic acid, has been known to trigger headaches. Glutamate easily crosses the blood-brain barrier, stimulating cell neurons receptors that trigger cell death. What I would say, without being like pseudos is a term where giving that misinformation, yeah? So when I just read that, glutamate easily crosses the blood-brain barrier, stimulating cell receptors that trigger cell death. That's very problematic on this source here, yeah? So a lot of sources would show you that glutamate doesn't crosses the blood-brain barrier. So this source is something that can be double checked on, yeah? But I'm just using this source just to show you the excitotoxins that are about in your dietary, yeah? So that one, there's a question mark about it crossing the blood-brain barrier, stimulating, the blood crossing, just that bit here, crossing the blood-brain barrier, yeah? But while the body naturally produces glutamate, because glutamate has a cycle within neurons. I have to show you, but let me just give it out for the people that do know. The neurons are attached. It's a nerve system that sends the messages, like I explained, straight to your brain. Yeah. But with that cell, it's wrapped around another cell, which is called the glia cell. It's another cell, and this cell communicates with the neurons and help insulate it and help communicate with it. It also, bing bang, 1 second family. Yeah, man. I'm gonna jump straight in there, bro. The family here. Yes. I've gone in.
Yes.
I've gone in. I don't even think I can even go again, boy. This is it. Jump straight in there, blood. I don't know if you want to sit. You want to grab that seat there?
Yes.
Well gone, because that seat you were sitting on there, or is it a bit too squashed?
What sitting here, is it peak? It's not really...
Nah, it's alright. Yeah, well, sitting there's alright, but you ain't gonna get too much footage on it still. Yeah, boy, we're here, boy. But hey, the thing is on and popping, but you have to catch up though.
Yes.
I don't have to catch up, brother. It's mad, but yeah. If not, you will just crack on, and then I'll just bring you in after, yeah? Mm-hmm. So, these are the tricks that man made to put in food, the stuff that you're probably drinking now, to trick your brain to make you feel that you need it or you like it and you enjoy it.
Okay.
This is the substance. Even on that thing there.
Nah, this one's cold.
Nah, let me fold it, But you'll find it. Cause look, let me go back on the source. Yeah, family, yeah, things like this, yeah. I haven't fact checked it, but even then though, I think you can find something in there still.
I don't know about this one.
Nah, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna show you another slide. They check the names, fam. So let me just show you let me just show you a little something. Let's go back. Alright, let's go back to what it looked like. This is where we start.
Okay.
Yeah? So all of this type of stuff, all of this sweetie stuff, yeah? Processed food, cytotoxins, this is what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Because before we were talking about how taste sends those signals straight to your brain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand a little bit more about the normal, but when I speak more, hopefully you will catch up. But this is the substance that tricks your brain.
Yeah.
It's called a cytotoxin. Yeah, this is a cytotoxin is the process in foods and how they affect your brain, child's brain especially. Yeah. So let's go straight into it. Yeah. So basically, I read this and I read this again. Cytotoxins are class of chemicals, usually amino acids that overstimulate the neurons.
Yeah.
You know, neurons sends a message straight to your brain. Neurotransmitters and hormones, to understand it quickly and clearly, is just messages. Neurons and hormones are signals or messages that tells you what to do or how to feel.
Okay.
That's what neurons and neurotransmitters are, yeah? So, cytotoxins overstimulate the neurons to send whatever message that it decides to send to your brain. It over, yeah? And then it goes into that. Look, this is what happens. Neurons, receptors facilitate brain cells communication, yeah? Neurons is the messenger between the brain and all of your body, yeah? And upon a cytotoxin exposure, it will fire more rapidly. So the substance in processed food are designed to make you taste a certain way, feel a certain way, even though the food is crap and it doesn't do nothing for your body. It's designed to make you feel happy, make you like the taste when the food is nutrients free. Basically, it doesn't do nothing for your body. And if not, it attacks your microbiome, it attacks the good bacteria in your body.
Okay.
And then when it starts feeding the bad bacteria, bad bacteria also helps with the development of serotonin, sending you the signals to your brain. So it's more manipulation in your brain. Mad. But I think but the beginning, I reckon you should have cooked the beginning still. I don't know, but cause the beginning is a bit too long still. But you'll catch that when it releases, yeah? So basically, let me go back. Yeah, so basically, with processed foods, yeah, we know that it's man-made, innit? Yeah. So everything in nature is made by nature. No, yeah, everything is processed, is made from nature. So like, for example, painkillers, yeah? Painkillers is a substance that's found in plants that they took it out, extracted it, concentrated it, and then now it's paracetamol.
Okay.
We've added more stuff, whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's how everything works. So, for example, this is a monosodium glutamate. This is a natural substance that they put together with sodium to basically enhance flavoring, natural flavors. So they put this plant-based protein, bro.
That's a mad thing, what the fuck?
Yeah, so they put this monosodium glutamate. Yeah, let me just reread it. I'm gonna reread this whole thing so you can just catch up. Yeah. This salt is a form of glutamine or glutamic acid. Yeah, glutamic acid is found in tomatoes naturally. Yeah, but not a lot of it. It's small content. Yeah, has been known to trigger headaches. Glutamine can easily cross. That's a question mark. The blood-brain barrier. Yeah, that's a question mark. I won't be pseudo. It stimulates cell receptors and trigger cell death. Yeah, so that's another thing that we need to keep an eye on. While the body naturally produces it, it doesn't need it. So that means that it's not even essential. It's not even essential. Because your brain makes it. This neuron is mostly found in the brain. 50% of it is found in the brain. So we already know that if you're making anything that is processed to do with glutamine, you know you're fucking with your brain. Automatically, because it's your brain's understanding, it's your brain's message. So now you're creating a process substance that talks directly to your brain, and you're putting it in food. You see what I'm saying? So why the brain has naturally produced glutamine when needed to trigger a cell termination. Yeah, so too much of it,
You terminate your cells, basically.
yeah, it communicates to the cell to cause cell death, which is called apoptosis. Yeah, flooding the body with dietary glutamate can seriously disrupt your cellular function, especially in the brain. That's a little bit of a question mark as well, so I wouldn't, that's a little bit of a question mark. That's the question mark, just in case anyone want to come back and spin. But then again, I have some sources as well, so just don't go there. Avoid food with SMG, but don't think food is SMG free because you don't see it in the ingredients. Yeah, so this is some of the stuff. Flavoring, this is CBC flavoring. I think I ain't gonna lie, cause you catch me, Baba.
Everything's got flavouring. Everything basically, yeah.
I'm gonna show you more.
And this week is pain.
Aspartame, yeah. Aspartame is another one. Aspartame is another one. That's another one. It's very active, stimulate the glutamate, so it's directly heading to your brain. This non-essential amino acid triggers a receptor in the cell. So we're talking about specific receptors in the taste. Your taste.
Sorry to cut you off. So wait, you see all them things there, natural flavouring, hydrogen.
Yeah.
That's what they put in the thing.
That's another name that they hide.
So
MSG.
these are all the things like they.
If you see that, then you know that there's
Something leaky.
yeah.
Okay.
That makes you that triggers your brain, to make you like it.
Okay.
We're all victims of it. Easy herbs ain't gonna go on like it's not. You see it, yeah? So that's another one, yeah? I'm gonna show you the names in the next slide, yeah? You got that one there, you got the dominic acid, yeah? Another non-essential. These are all non-essential. Your body doesn't need it, it makes it itself. Why is it in dietary? If it ain't target to trick your brain. You see it? So it's mad, yeah? So most human receives aspartame through consuming aspartame, yeah? And artificial sweetener, often hidden in processed food. It has been linked to more serious neurological effects such as headaches, sleep disorders, and seizures. You see?
What, it does what?
Headaches, sleep disorders, and seizures.
Aspartate. And what is aspartate?
It's a substance. You're gonna find it. It's usually hidden in artificial sweeteners.
And most.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you some more, yeah? My thing. Yeah, this is this boy. 6 most dangerous cytotoxin, yeah? Dominic acid, yeah, another non-essential acid occurred naturally in shellfish. I'll say seaweed, because you know seaweed eats the shellfish and all that.
Okay.
Overconsumption has shown to lead to develop epilepsy, especially in the elders. If you're a seafood eater, pick wild caught varieties or fish like salmon and trout. So that's the fish eating, man. Then you have to be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's what I said. You have to be careful, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like if you're a fish eater and you caught, be quick variety on fish and salmon and tuna. This way that you can receive only omega-3s without the cytotoxins. You see it? Without the cytotoxins. You get me?
So the way you can receive it,
you have to be careful, brother. Just look for things.
be careful.
Okay, yeah.
You get me? And then LBOAA, known as ODAP. This is a protein, another cytotoxin that behaves similar fashion. It attacks your brain. It naturally occurs in grass, peas, and overexposure of grass peas causes neural disorders. Again, not reading it all. You go check out the source. Cysteine is another source. I'm thinking that we already know. This is like half of these foods that I already know they're carcinogenic. Carcinogenic to means that it's cancerous anyway. You don't want this in the dietary. Casein is the protein that's found in milk and cheese and etc. Man. You see it? Now if you're gonna take a phone call, you can pop. You see it? So look, casein, you know that's the milk man.
Okay.
The milk man.
In all milks.
Milk, yeah. No matter. It's not animal milk.
It's not in the almond milk and that, innit?
Nah, man.
Milk, yeah,
no, but then again, you might find some. You have to look. You might find something else in there.
Okay.
Because almond milk, unless you make it yourself.
It's what's it called? It's chemicals, bare.
Well,
It's artificial.
Yeah.
They use artificial products in it.
Yeah.
Unless you're making an actual.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna make it yourself, then you know 100%.
It's true.
But at the moment, but casein, that's cow's milk. That's what the milk. So this protein compound occurs in cheese and at naturally high levels. Yeah. 20% of the casein is glutamatic acid, which is tasty treat. That's why something about food is addiction.
It's true.
It's addiction. I'm gonna talk more. Yeah, it's addiction. I showed you. It goes straight to your brain. So anything that's over exaggerated, it would send that message to your brain. That's what it does.
That's true still.
Yeah, you missed the first slide, bro.
I know, but you remember you explained it briefly to me recently. You remember yeah, so that's why I'm slightly.
Yeah. So this is another few names that you can look at, and then you know that it's madness, boy. Look, asparic acid, aspirin, look,
Gelatine.
Look, plant-based protein.
Gelatine, that's why you
That's like pork. I swear that's pig.
Yeah, pork. Yeah, you see
That's
that?
in sweets.
It's in sweets and that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you know, boy. Look, all of these, man.
Bro, I've seen one.
Soya as well.
Soya. You say soya?
Yeah, soya protein.
Soya?
Isolate. Yeah, but soya is a madness anyway. You don't want to be eating too much of that. That's a madness.
I heard soya milk is peak though.
Natural
Soya
meat.
It turns guys sclevy in that.
No way.
Soya milk.
Yeah, it's
It brings out some next part. Some,
nah, because
some next-
the estrogen
what was it called?
estrogen.
Estrogen. Yeah.
Estrogen. Yeah, other names. Yeah, as you can see, family. I hope the family can see. The information is here, bro. Just be careful, and there's no way it is. Hopefully, I explained it. I'm gonna explain it more. So this ain't it. I'm gonna show you how it goes.
Yeast food, yeast fusion.
Yeah, that's a bit mad still.
There's a lot of
But
stuff.
that's the thing, and then you can wonder why. Listen, is that your favorite drink there?
Yeah,
You drink that all the time.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. Try not to drink that.
Try some fun, try
Give it a
I drink
week.
here and there, innit? But
Like, you know.
He drinks
Well,
it every day.
not every
Just
day, man.
Try a drink that you know that's bad. And try not to drink it for about a
Man's
week. or
addictive, don't get twisted.
something. Everything's addiction, bro.
Bro, this is addictive, bro. You see that, you're gonna grab it, bro. You drink that all the time as well, bro.
Trust me, bro. So it's mad. So yeah, so we crack on. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the sodium glutamate a little bit more. Monosodium glutamate, known as sodium glutamate, is the sodium of glutamatic acid. Glutamatic acid is found in tomatoes naturally, yeah? Naturally tomatoes, but it's found in glutamatic form. So that means it's small doses and it's different. The monosodium is this acid with the sodium.
Okay.
So it's adding another thing just to make it enhance and more. Yeah? Glutamic acid is an amino acid found mostly in abundant in excitatory neurotransmitters in the vertebrate nervous system. So we're talking about our neurons, we're talking about all our systems here. Everything that makes us function now is neurons. Yeah? How you function, how you move, how you do everything is neurons, bro. And messages from neurotransmitters. Everything. Yeah? And cells use these amino acids to help produce protein, also help with the immune system and brain functioning. Monosodium glutamate is made from fermented sugarcane, beets, or cornstarch.
Well, I'll put that.
Yeah, put it on side.
I'm gonna put it
Cornstarch processed from fermentation. MSG is used in cooking flavor to enhance the umami taste. You see that taste that we'll see in the beginning, innit?
So wait, that monosodium is
Glutamate.
made.
Yeah, it's made.
It's made from sugar cane. It's
Yeah,
fermented.
it's
From fermented sugar cane. So rotten
and
sugar cane.
beets.
basically.
Yeah. Beets and cornstarch
Shut down.
through process of fermentation. That's how it's made. Yeah, they extract it from it. Yeah, and then if
But
you
sugar cane, there's nothing wrong with sugar cane.
sugar is good, but
natural, innit?
anything can be made out of anything good. That's how things are made.
It's true,
So it
But
don't
it's
matter.
rotten. So it's like the rotten form of sugar cane is what they use basically, because fermented.
Nah,
So ferment-
no. The substance is from it. It don't mean that like sugar cane makes it.
Okay.
Is that from it,
From it, yeah,
fermentation and beets, and just take the substance from it when it's
Okay.
fermented
Nah,
through
hey.
fermentation. So anything can be done, but it gives you that umami taste. That umami taste is what you get from a lot of meats.
What does umami mean?
It's a taste, not like sour, bitter,
Okay.
sweet. Umami is a taste. That's why like in
So
the
it's
big.
all in that category basically.
No, it's in the same category.
Okay.
In the human body, we have 5 known tastes: bitter, sour, salt, sweet, and umami. The next one.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, that's like a different type of taste.
I've never heard
But
of that.
it must. But monosodium glutamate creates the umami taste in food. So that's like probably all your meats that you eat and you like meat is enhanced with umami, yeah? So, like again, how this umami gets into your cells, they only get into your cells, yeah, your neurons, through these ion channels. Like I was explaining to you about the taste bud, the taste buds, they only enter through these channels, which is the same epithelial cell on a taste bud has these channels. You see it? And it only lets in magnesium and glutamate and calcium and potassium. That's what it lets in. This is the ion trophic. So this is the excitatory channel or gateway where the message gets sent directly to your brain quicker. This one is a little bit more of a slow chemical reaction. This is more of a chemical reaction. Metabotrophic glutamate receptors. This is the electrical. It's like messages in your body get sent either by electrical charges or chemical charges. Means that, for example, if I touch your leg now, you already know that you touched it. That I touched your leg because the electrical charge straight to your brain. Okay. It's that fast, brother. You see? You know what I mean? You can't even. Yeah, as I'm saying, everything that you're doing now, you think is that normal, but this I'm showing you the mechanics and how it works. We're talking about electrical currents moving the speed of light. I touch your toes, you already know it, I touch your toe. This is done through the ionotropic receptors when we're talking about glutamate. When we're talking about the dietary, I'm not only talking about dietary at the moment. So this is the neuron that sends those messages directly to your brain.
That
so
you know before you even know.
So basically,
before you knew.
Yeah, well, yeah, before you can decipher it, yeah. So that means
your
that
brain told you.
Do you know when you eat something sour or taste or when it had that bitter, that pop, good man.
Oh,
How did it make you feel though?
Bruh, that made me feel. It was mad. It was mad. It was
the bitter.
It was mad. What was it?
Yeah, but what did it do though? I'm gonna tell you what the process was.
That
Yeah.
messed me up.
As soon as you drinked it, the concentration of the ions banged onto your taste buds.
It's
yeah.
true.
Then it hit your emotion area. That's when you was.
Yeah, because I was like, I swear that for like 10 seconds, I was like, yeah, this is calm. Then it hit me. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
Pete, then I was done.
Because it will always hit your emotion area of your brain before you decide about exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Anything in life, anything, like young A, everything. I'm talking about from a punch, everything here. You're gonna like the messages get sent to your emotional area or your reaction area, depending on what the system is.
That's true.
So like you wonder why, you know when someone jumps behind you and you quickly boom already like before you actually even know what's going on,
you're already ready.
You never, because when you're conscious, yeah, you tell yourself, I'm gonna go pick that up. Brother, when
Little kid missing his family.
alright family, yeah. You ready, yeah?
That's true. You say you know he's the best, yeah? What team you support? Arsenal doing the thing I can't even tell. Easy, what team you support?
I used to support Man United, blood.
You support Man United?
I support, we used to, boy. Anything I watch football now, blood. Fuck that shit, blood. Yeah, so we're back here. Let's go, let's jump straight in it.
But you should do a video on football, like
Nah,
science
man,
behind, nah, trust me,
Nah,
I swear
man.
down.
That's what everyone else does, but it's easier.
Just physics.
It is just the worst black community. I'm not doing it.
Let me tell you, like you can trust me. You can talk about that and mix it with something that you will talk about as well. Like talk about if you're say the one that you're talking about the legs or whatever of the like say how boom footballers use this muscle and that muscle, why that muscle fucks up when you do this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear you.
Because it's something that footballers get. They get. Have you heard of Osgood Slatters? There's some bump that every person that plays football or sports they get on their leg. I don't know how it comes.
Yeah, but I done a video on arthritis too.
Oh, arthritis, yeah. But yeah, it's different to
I done a
arthritis.
video of arthritis. No, but then it could be the other part of arthritis, what it calls osteoarthritis.
Osgood Slatters.
No, osteoarthritis, which is like a wear and tear, innit?
Okay.
Wear and tear, and you can't really even help that type of arthritis. rheumatoid tears, osteoarthritis. You got rheumatoid, you got osteo. But anywho, let's get back straight into it, yeah? Yeah, so, okay. This is where we started. Had to recap, had a little break, battery died, you know, so we're straight back in it. So, okay, we're here, yeah? So we know that this is used for enhancing in flavour, yeah? But in that taste is within intensify the meat. Intensify meat, it gives you that meat, that taste. So sometimes when you eat meat, brother, really to tell you the truth, meat has a lot of stuff in it.
I love meat, bro.
That's what I'm gonna say. But that's the reason though. That's the reason though, isn't it? That's the reason. Because
it's a brain trick, bro.
And there's even more chemicals that is even more carcinogenic when you even barbecue it.
Oh, no.
Swear down.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that in another video. But this is what's putting meat to intensify the meat texture, and then what tricks your brain. So this is the presentation is called what tricks the brain, monosodium and glutamate. And I showed about the receptors, yeah? As you can see. We know this is just the information that gets sent to your brain. This is the gateway that they use to send the information to your brain. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about what information. So now, like I just said, how your neurons make it itself. Yeah, this is your neuron. This is how the messages get sent from one neuron to another. Because this is like a network of cells. Yeah, that attach to each other. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I should have put the reason why, because you know what, I speak about it before on my channel, about the neuron, the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, showing you how all these veins and everything is just all around your body. Yeah? But obviously I didn't keep on bringing up, you know what I mean? I thought, but sometimes I do need to bring up the same pictures all the time, just to actually show you exactly what I'm talking about. But this is practically a neuron, yeah? This is how cells talk to another cells, basically, yeah? And what you have there, this is what you call a synapse here, and then you got the synaptic cliff here. This is the gap between each cell to another cell. And what they do is send neurotransmitters. This is the information that gets sent from one neuron to another to tell the brain exactly what it needs to do. But like I said, glutamate is a non-essential amino acid because the neurons make it itself. Neurons, the glutamate is like 50% of the neurons in your brain, not the neuron transmitters in your brain. Yeah, so this is the gateway of how they recreate glutamate. Glutamate get released. Yeah, basically this is the glia cell. Glia cell is the astrocyte. Astrocyte creates glutamate through the glutamate getting released to the messages, yeah, to another cell. Yeah, this is where you need to understand. Let me just try to break it down. These neurons, this is the message that gets sent. So when you eat monosodium glutamate, yeah, remember, because it's not needed, yeah, and it's not in natural food. This is a processed food. So this is a substance that is not in nothing natural, and it's in processed food. So that means that it don't need to be there. It doesn't, in nature, it doesn't have it there.
That's true.
It's only if man-made put it there, it's the reason why it's there, yeah? So, when you eat monosodium glutamate, it releases, it overstimulates the neuron to release more glutamate, yeah? To, you know what I mean? Which is basically these neurotransmitters, yeah? But the over excited response or over excited stimuli of the monosodium glutamate causes abundance of glutamate transmitters to flood the area. Yeah, so this is like a normal neurotransmitter communication between one cell to another. But when the process glutamate gets involved, it will send loads of them, and then it causes a flood within the synaptic cliff. Yeah, and then this is what So this is what it calls, and then these are the channels that opens up for the glutamine to cause a chemical reaction to send the message to your brain. You get me what it's saying? But this diagram is showing you how your body doesn't need to have it. It creates it itself. Your body doesn't need glutamine in your dietary. Because if you do, you know what it's gonna do. It's gonna flood the neurons. Because it's gonna overstimulate it. That's what I'm showing you. This ain't showing you that. This is showing you how it doesn't need it.
Yeah, cool.
Because in a normal cell, which this is a normal cell, it opens up glutamate for the neuron transmitters, glutamine receptors, yeah? And sends the message. Whatever's left over in the synapse cliff will either be eaten up by enzymes or get picked or travels to what you call the eat receptor, yeah? This is what you call the glia cell, yeah? So the leftover glutamate gets picked up by the eat cell, the eat receptor, by the glia cell, and then through the glutamine synthetase, yeah, it turns into glutamine, yeah, glutamate, glutamine, and then it gets dished out and into the neuron again. And glutamine gets converted by the mitochondrial, which has got an enzyme which is called the glutamase, and then it converts it into glutamine again. So this is like the cycle of what the neuron does to produce glutamine in the brain.
Okay.
It doesn't need no extra stuff, basically.
It does it.
It does it by using the other cells, converting one nutrient by the enzyme into another one and sending it across and converting that nutrient or amino acid by this to glutamate.
And this is what the body does.
This is what your brain does.
Can I just say, it's actually mad what
cells do.
the body, like how all these things work, you know. Like it's actually mad, like we just think, like I just cut you, I just eat everything, it's normal, it goes down normal, but there's actually like a
cycles, yeah.
Bare things going on. It's like, that's weird, fam.
Even have to breathe in air. People just think you breathe air and then you blow out carbon dioxide. What causes carbon dioxide to come out? Do you know? How is carbon dioxide created in your body for you to blow it out?
How is it? I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, your cells. Your energy, your body movement is created by energy from the cells. And once they use that energy from the cell, they release the waste product is carbon dioxide.
Wait, how? I see the human body here. Bro.
You get what I'm saying? Your waste product of your energy that you use is carbon dioxide.
Like how did our bodies become like this?
What do you mean?
Through evolution, there's
Like, I know.
stages.
Like, bro, how did our body know what going on? Like, you know what I mean? It's a dumb question, but it's that.
No, but we've helped with other organisms that predate us.
But I'm like, you see, like, as humans, yeah, how are we born in our body just like this?
You know, you went through stages, bro. You went through stages, like you didn't just come like that.
I know,
like,
but
you see the stages when the cells come together.
Yeah, to make tissues and tissues make glands
from there and then.
Yeah, so let's
mad.
So let's I'm gonna break it. We talk about all of that, but yeah. So this is just trying to show you that you don't need monosodium glutamate in your dietary because your brain cells make it itself. It goes through from the amino acids through a enzyme in your mitochondria that converts it into glutamine, and then it gets released. Whatever's left over and don't get used by the cells, it either get eaten up by other enzymes or get sent back to the glia cells, which is called the astrocyte, and then it gets converted back to glutamine again. This is the glutamine cycle.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's to show you. I'm just giving you some stuff that for you to really know what's going on. I'm giving it to you, but some people can just talk and don't even need to tell you this. But this is showing and proving that you don't need this in your dietary, bro. Why is it in your dietary? Because my man put it there, and for what reason? This is the
I was looking at that, you know.
this is the structure of glutamate. So you got the hydrogen, nitrogen, and all of that. But this is just give you a highlight of what the actual chemical structure of it is. All ions, brother. Everything in life is all ions. Different ions is connected together, creating something. Molecules, compounds, ions. We're all talking about electrical charges. Everything to do with your body, electrical. Everything to do with the earth and the universe is electrical.
And how's our body electrical? How?
Brother, all of this.
Like, bro.
This is a prime example of how electrical
This is
coming
mad, did it? Bro.
Bruv, this is electrical signals. All of this is, look, ions are creating. This is all what's plus and minuses. Positive charge, negative charge.
What? So how much of our body is made from electric? Not made from electric, but
Everything to do with
It's the ions, isn't it?
everything to do with your body that works has to have electrical charge for it to work.
okay.
In a shape or form. I won't throw it out there like that. But you got different. But yeah. So let's go. Again, now we're gonna make it more clearer to how electrical. Now this is gonna poly. This is all electrical charges now. Ions is floating. Electrical charges floating. Yeah. Look. But then wait. It's gonna explain how it can cause cell death. This is now. Now I just showed you how the cycle goes and how a normal neuron reacts. Yeah? It releases it out, whatever's left over get eaten up by enzymes, or if not, get sent to the glia cell, and then it get converted back again. Waiting for the next signal. This is where the confusion starts happening if you overstimulate your neurons, bro.
But I'm just seeing bare.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, I have to get my head around half of this shit, bro. And even then, I ain't gonna lie, it's this depolarization. When you see depolarization, you mean creating electricity.
Okay.
Ion, negative, positive ions, what they do, when they're at number, they create electrical charges. You know how you light up a battery?
Mm-hmm.
You've been in jail, you put the negative to the positive to something, you light up something. This is the same type of, this is now you doing your scientific experiment, brother. That's scientific experiment that you just done, and you prove that scientists works. Electrical current works by you lighting up something using a negative and a positive charge.
Yeah.
So there ain't no belief system in this thing, bro. You get where I'm coming from? You can, bro, I'll pull up a battery and put a negative and positive charge in something and light up a light bulb.
Sure.
That's science. You see it? So science ain't that deep, bro. Either can be called a scientist. It's not because the fact that I need to have a degree and blah blah in it. It's just like the fact that if you look at the definition, it's someone that study nature or someone that's seeking knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's not that deep. It's not that deep. But it won't after fucking. But it won't after this. So basically now look. Okay, look, this kind of says it. Yeah. Look, this diagram. Excessive glutamate release. Yeah. Excessive stimulation of glutamate receptors. So, shows you there. Glutamate. But we're talking about loads.
What's NA again? What's NA?
Potassium.
Okay.
So, abundance of glutamate. No, don't worry, cause I'm black. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So imagine abundance of glutamate is getting flooded the area now. Cause that's what he done. It's flooded the area. Yeah. It would then attach to this receptor. Remember I showed you like the receptors that it only enters through. Yeah, 3 receptors. The NMDA and the AMPA receptors, yeah, mainly, yeah. And you got the other receptors that let in other stuff, yeah. But what happens is when you flood it, the glutamate attached to the receptor opens up the receptor, yeah. And then this is where you get the positive ions, because within a cell you always have a negative field and a positive outside. Yeah. So the positive has to enter into the negative for it to cause depolarization. Depolarization is electrical current. Yeah. So this has to enter into a negative state to create this, and this is what sends the message to your brain. You see what I'm saying? So with glutamate, it attaches to the receptor that allows the positive ion to enter into a negative state. Yeah, but by doing that, it would also shut if it was a normal process of it. Yeah, if glutamate was just normally flooded the area, then it will have enough for it to cause that depolarization, and then it will close again. But because you ate something that stimulated it, overstimulated it so much, there's so much glutamate, it keeps the doors open. So now you're flooding the area with different ions that don't need to be in the area, especially calcium, for NMDA, which then enters what you called because calcium helps build the mitochondrial for basically APT, which is APT is energy. Yeah, APT, when you say APT, energy. Yeah, so calcium helps the mitochondrial produce energy for the cell, keep the cell alive. Yeah, it's all mitochondrial is like where the DNA is, so it's got its own brain. It tells the cell what to do, how to do it, and what to do. So the mitochondria can also tell the cell to die. Control the levels of glutamate on the synapse cliff. Like I said, that cliff. This control is achieved through glutamate clearance from the synapse cliff, and its underlying recycle through the glutamate to glutamine cycle, which I just showed and explained to you. The molecular mechanisms that trigger excitotoxicity involves the acceleration in glutamate and the calcium metabolism, dysfunctioning of the glutamine transporters and malfunctioning of glutamine receptors, partly we're talking about more gateways. Excitotoxicity can be regarded as a consequence of other cellular phenomena such as mitochondrial dysfunctioning, like I just showed you, it attacks the mitochondrial, and the physical damage to and oxidative stress. So this is basically a source that explains exactly what I just told you. Without, you know what I mean? This is so it ain't as easy just chatting it.
No.
It is, you know, that's why I have to put source to validate everything what I'm saying to you. Yeah? So we go into the next one. But why is it in food? What is MSG and why is it in food? Why is it using Chinese food?
To make us addicted. To
I
make
had
it
Chinese food
addicted.
yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
Read it, brother.
Oh,
MSG is a short form of a non-essential amino acid that is found in many different foods and is used as a flavor enhancer and additive. MSG tricks the brain into thinking that what you're eating is delicious. Since we experience such pleasure, as a result, the brain effects on the MSG on the brain and the body includes increase of hunger, weight gain, and obesity, all resulting from the appetite that can simply never be satisfied.
It's true. You see, have you seen when you eat Chinese food, yeah?
I'm full, bro.
But what type of? But you see when you eat your, like food at home, like African food, don't you feel different type of food? Because I feel it when I eat.
Slightly, yeah.
If I eat African food, natural food, and I eat like chicken, or McDonald's or Chinese, I feel different.
McDonald's, yeah.
I feel different. Like,
I can always eat more. I can eat shitload of shit food, bro. Back in the day when I was being meat eater, I could eat.
No, I'm talking about how I feel after. Like, say if I'm full, I'll feel.
McDonald's,
I'll feel
McDonald's
like,
take it
I
out,
feel
bro.
full, but I feel disgusting.
You eat it, you full.
I feel
McDonald's,
disgusting.
you full. Give it an hour, bro. You're not full.
God.
You're not full, yeah. I feel disgusting. It don't feel like it feels like it's just baking off somewhere.
Why is MSG is used in many foods? Yeah, the reason why MSG is obsessed in is quite obvious. The amino acid is known as excitotoxin, which causes a mass release of dopamine to your brain. Yeah, dopamine is like the feeling that you feel when it's at that. You know what I mean? Yeah, which is a hormone of a satisfaction hormone, which is a pleasure of a satisfaction hormone that makes you feel good, including MSG is these foods that trick the brain into thinking what you're eating is delicious, since we all experience such pleasure as a result.
I don't know what to eat no more, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to eat no more. Real talk.
Cool. So, cheers to the worst.
Brother, you can buy
Oh, yeah,
it.
that's the.
Shall buy it and
We can
sprinkle
buy
it
it,
on my
fam.
CMOS.
Buy it.
You can
What's
buy
that?
that. You can buy
That's
it
what
and
they
sprinkle
put
on
in
CMOS.
Chinese food in that.
The fuck?
Buy it and sprinkle on my CMOS, brother.
That looks booky.
And you'll be addicted to CMOS. Everyone that don't want to drink CMOS,
That
sprinkle it
looks-
at the CMOS.
That looks booky, bro.
Man can buy it
You know
and
that
sprinkle.
rat poisoning, bro.
Man can buy it and sprinkle on CMOS, blood.
Nigga, people get addicted to it. Innit?
Yeah.
Straight from China, blood. Yeah, like another thing, look, cytotoxin damage the
You say, let's
hypothalamus.
cop it, innit? Let's buy it.
Buy it, brother.
Put it in anything.
Nah, you
Look
can't
at
do
that
that. You can't do that. You can't
People
do
get
that.
addicted.
Yeah, boy. You get boy.
That's actually mad, you know, how they put, bro, that's actually crazy, fam.
Let's have a talk, cause yeah, let me just slide through this. Matty, look. ADHD, autism, obesity, depression, Parkinson, Alzheimer's disease, and all that.
This is what you can
What
get.
food causes that thing?
Is this what
Nah,
you can
this
get?
is the over. This is where
Over
it's
time.
cytotoxin. That's what it does. So basically, yeah. But in a certain way, it's more not the fact that you're eating it. It's the more that it's because it's overstimulating your neurons.
So wait, say you see food can cause depression.
Of course, it can. Everything
Yeah.
can.
Swear down.
Everything to do with your emotions.
Like certain foods can actually
Everything
trigger.
to do with your
Bro,
emotions
that's
is
mad.
either dietary or your bacteria in the colon sending these messages to you, bro. Your dietary is hormones. Like I said, hormones and all that is instructions to tell your body what to do. It's emotion. That's where do you think you get that comfort eating?
Yeah, it's
People
true.
that are obese and that.
Fat people. Yeah.
And the next one is this one, bro. You gonna read that?
What's that?
Japanese oats create meat from poop.
What do you mean?
That's something. That's something you can.
Feces.
That's something you can look at. So,
Human feces.
but you know what it is, yeah. I
That
don't know.
is
I don't know. Easy just banging anyway. So
I'm gonna check that out now.
you can validate your information if you want. Man, them said I thought.
Some Fox News on Forbes.
Man, just thought
Yeah,
yeah.
wait, but
But you know what I mean. Check it out.
That's
Japanese
American.
scientists are
Yeah,
making.
that's American, yeah.
Scientists are making meat from poop, boy.
From poop.
We already
What's
know
going on in
that.
this world?
Well, we know, bruv, cousin, bruv, like, it when, bruv, there's a shortage, bro. Remember when there's a shortage of chicken and things?
I know. People have to find different.
Unlimited amount of meat.
Yeah?
That's what it basically is.
I know poo's actually unlimited amount of unlimited. You can never run out. Everyone poos every day.
And you know what, though? There's some,
that's
the reason why I put this sauce up there, because I want to make you think. Not trying to say, look, it's trying to say, is the meat made from human feces a hoax, or is it a new invention? Yeah? I'm not trying to say this is factual information. I'm just pointing out there for you to think. Because now they already made chemicals that tricks your brain. So what's next, bro? You've got
possible.
food that they can put
It's
glutamine, monosodium
You never know.
glutamine in it. You won't know.
You'll go back to it.
And you might think
yeah,
it's
these Japanese people.
You see it?
and you think it's Impossible Burger or something, but it's
Yeah,
probably.
these Japanese are. Yeah,
Bro, welcome for them, fam.
No, it's not just
I'm
them.
that, bro. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
bro.
Welcome for the world, like.
Nah, but Kazi, bro, disclaimer, bro. Disclaimer is in I see it. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh yes.
It's likely a
I'm not.
hoax.
Yeah,
we
well,
don't-
no, but there's many sources that validate it as well. That's this one source you looked at. That's why I put two sources.
Allegedly. Yeah,
Disclaimer.
Allegedly.
But it just makes you think though.
Yeah.
Because now you know what they put in KFC, McD's. We already know that the burgers in McD's is next to bloody scrap.
It's true.
I should have put that up there and show you.
But I've seen something. Apparently, if you leave a McDonald's burger there
For months.
for months, even for years, it won't even mold. Nothing.
Yeah.
The bun will nothing.
Yeah.
Even nothing will happen. It will just be there.
Yeah.
My thing. But anyway, that's something to think about though.
It's
Anyway,
crazy, bro.
I thought let me shut that
So they
out.
could be shot in the year-old
I thought
burger.
let me shut that out. Is it? So you know
That's
what?
mad though.
That's it, boy.
That's in the burger.
Now we're gonna talk about what hormones that
Smiling
you.
in there. Why are you smiling, bro? What's all this about?
Because
Bro, no man's gritting teeth in that, bro. Yeah, bro.
Alright. Let's shut it down with more manipulations. Yeah. Now we're talking about leptin and ghrelin. Yeah. As you can see by the signal, leptin is the hormone that tells you when it's enough to when it's enough to stop eating. You know when you feel full that you had enough? This is what's produced. Leptin. You have fat cells in your body, yeah, called adipocytes, yeah, and they release leptin when it's time to tell you that you had enough to eat, yeah. But it's a trick in there as well with processed foods, because now a normal person, like a slim average person that eats food, they don't produce a lot. They just produce enough for the message you get sent to your brain to tell you that you had enough. Yeah. Remember, hormones is messages telling you, look, this leptin, yeah, it's a hormone. It's a message that tells your brain that you had enough to eat. When it comes to neurotransmitters and hormones, it's just messages from wherever part of your body to tell you that you had enough, or to do something. So, like I said, fat cells, leptin is produced. So that means that how much fat you have governs how much leptin gets produced.
Okay.
So, but it tells you, but it's a trick. So people start gaining these fats, start putting on weight. They start producing more leptin. But when you start getting obese or start eating processed foods would then start creating more fat, over exaggerated fat, which is called obesity, more fat cells. Then what it does, it produces more leptin. It produces more. So imagine, like again, when I told you about the glutamine flooding the area.
Yeah.
When you're getting obese and you're creating more fat cells, they're going to produce more leptin to your brain to tell you that you had enough. Yeah? But the trick is that if you've got more leptin,
It takes time for them to say that they had enough.
no, it will bombard your hypothalamus area where they have enzymes that the leptin is meant to attach to. Because everything is just like messages to another cell, communication to another cell. But if you flood another cell, it's either gonna cause confusion, cell death, or it is bounce out. It can't attach. And now this is where it's called leptin resistant. So the more fat from processed food you consume produces more fat cells that produce more leptin that would cause leptin resistance. Leptin resistance means that those messages can't get sent to the brain no more. Do you get it? And what's that? And what happens if that message don't get sent to the brain?
Gonna get more with that.
You're gonna feel no. You're gonna remember the message.
You're gonna keep eating.
Yeah, because the message that tells you when you need to stop,
It's not gonna come.
it's not connecting no more because you flooded the area. You cause so much confusion in the area. You causing so much confusion in the area that it can't even take the information in no more. So it stops taking the information, and it's called leptin resistance. This is what processed food do to you. Obese people, they don't get the message. They don't get the tap in, like, to stop eating, bro.
Shit.
Nah, I don't even that because of you. But yeah. Bro, but that's the thing. And then the ghrelin is the opposite. Is where your brain signal is telling you to eat because your empty stomach is low. So basically, when you eat food, it goes through your esophagus into your to your stomach acid where it breaks down. Every time it enters every time it goes through into your small intestines for it to get sent as nutrients into your body, ghrelin will get released to your brain, saying that you might feel hungry. So when you feel hungry, you know that the ghrelin is getting hormone is getting sent to your brain telling you to eat. But the thing is, if this is leptin resistant and it's not telling you that you're full,
You're just gonna keep eating.
then the ghrelin is still gonna send some signals to your brain because it feels that because you haven't sent the signal back to him telling him that you're full.
Yeah.
So that's what causes you to eat again. And that's what it causes so it's a cycle again. It's a communication cycle that cells need to be attached with to understand what's going on in your body. So that means
When you feel it like in your body, like you're full, like you need to stop eating. One second, bro.
not if you're leptin resistant. You can carry on eating. Remember, a fat man, you can eat as much as a fat man. You physically just can't do it.
That's true.
But once the fat cells starts piling, you see that you can eat as much because that stomach can fill up quite a bit. So even if
that's a normal person's stomach, isn't it?
that's just But look, I was trying to explain that basically when the signal that's meant to tell you to stop eating gets blocked because you've flooded yourself with so much fat, then the signal that tells you to eat because you're hungry will start sending those signals, and then it will make you eat food even when you should have stopped.
You know, you see me, sometimes when I'm bored, I get hungry. Like when I'm bored, I'll eat an hour late if I'm bored. Say if I eat 45 minutes ago, in another 45 minutes, when I'm bored, I just want to eat. I don't know, it's weird.
But again, you might have some hormones imbalance or something going on with your hormones or something. Yeah, but
I heard that though. Because when I'm bored, I just want to eat when I'm bored.
It could be, that's the thing. That's why, you know what it is?
I'm not occupied.
Now when people say about obesity, they stop eating. It's not always a mental thing.
Yeah.
It's a hormone imbalance thing.
It's true, because if
your body can't get the message to stop eating, then it's not a will thing now. It's a hormone balance thing. So it's deep, and it's what processed food and
even sometimes I can't at night. Like man, I eat late because sometimes I feel like I can't sleep if I don't eat. So I feel like I have to eat. If I don't eat, I can't sleep. I'll be trying to sleep and I think, nah.
But then that's another thing. Then again, it's emotional
thing,
emotional, and it could be and it's very habit because you meant to be going through. You're meant to be eating in the sun. Basically, it's called a circadian rhythm.
Swear that.
Your body clock. Your body has a clock where you need to do your training.
It's certain.
Where your brain
times
is more active. Your digestive system works. And how your cells pick up the food. If it gets past, it's meant to be sundown. You're meant to stop eating the biggest meal. Sundown, yeah. And then if it gets past 11 or 10, I think 10, your cells don't take the nutrients. Then they get stored in your intestine, and it might get stored as fat.
Okay.
That's just as fat. You know what I mean? Or get stored in your intestine, which then cause havoc to your intestines, and then you might come out with leaky gut and etc. Because you're storing leftover food that's not gonna get used by your cells because that works.
So you would still be hungry.
Yeah, you still be hungry because now it's getting dumped into your to your colon. It's getting dumped there, but then you're leaving it there because you're not going to toilet.
Even that's mad. Like how I said by sundown or something like that.
Yeah, circadian rhythm. It's a body clock. That's what it's called.
It's actually crazy.
Because everything in nature goes through the clock. People go animals go through hibernation and things like that. Brother,
that's depending on what time you wake up, though, isn't it?
Nah, the sun, your body clock is the sun.
So no matter what time it's actually with the sun.
It's mainly for the sun. Yeah, when the sun is up, that's the best time you come out. You get your vitamin D, because vitamin D is the actual dietary regimen that you're meant to be having, which is the sun. You need to be out there. Your food, your metabolism.
Cool, but say if your body is used to a certain time zone. Say if you move, say if you see Australia, a different time zone. Is it still like that?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It goes with the sun.
So it's fully.
You just go with the sun.
That's some weird shit.
It's Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that is some weird.
It's not about the time. It's about the time. It's about the sundown.
So we're aligned in the sun.
Your cells, yeah. Everywhere you go, we think like animals move. That's why they go through. You know what I mean? Nature works like that way. That's why like plants hibernate and grow. Everything is clocked. It's only us that we think that we're above nature, and that's how we're fucking up all our systems. Because we think that we can go be eat at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and that, thinking that's just gonna get stored and it's gonna cause. It's not doing enough. It's just gonna get stored in your thingy. Your cells stops working. It's like it's like you overworking and coming to work in the morning. You're like, fuck that. You're miserable. You're overworking yourself. That's why fasting is good. You're meant to give cells the break, time to break to rejuvenate. Give the time that. The night time is a sleeping time for your metabolism to reboot again. Your brain needs to sleep because it's got toxins in the brain that need to release out into your lymphatic system. But if it doesn't do that, you know what I mean? You're just toxic in your brain. You're not letting your body re-heal itself. That's why like late nights and all them type of things are myth, blood. But yeah, circadian rhythm is something to look at. But the last cycle, lifting and the weight gain cycle. Like I just explained to you again, overeating. The brain senses low leptin levels, leading to food craving and overeating. Wait, let me see. I don't know where it starts from. It's saying, look, weight gain. As you gain more fat mass, the number of fat cells increase, so do leptin levels, yeah? So, basically what I said, you create more fat, more leptin levels will increase, and then what it does, it causes leptin resistant. Leptin resistant, as you increase fat, it stores the whole body, causing inflammation, and your body develop leptin resistance. So when you gain all that processed fat, all that unnecessary fat, it causes inflammation within your body, and it causes leptin resistance, yeah? And then it goes into disturbance of signal. Even throughout you have an abundance of fat stored, leptin and the signals, leptin, the signal to your brain gets disturbed, yeah? And then that's when you get to the overeating. Overeating, the brain senses are leptin are low levels, leading to food cravings, which is that's when the greatening, you know that? Remember I showed you the other image of the leptin and the greatening?
Yeah.
Let me show you
This thing, yeah.
Yeah, because now once they stop getting that signal, it would produce more of that. Because the brain, it told the brain that it's told the signal's not even getting to the brain. So the brain is sending this out, saying that, yeah, I need to be fed again. Because that signal is not entering there because of resistance. So that's how fat people, this is how obesity works. And an increase of calorie intake, even though you have increased your calories intake, you are continually hungry, which leads into continued weight gain. And this is how you go. This is how easy drops its store. This is how people can get obese, and it's very hard for large people to get a weight loss, because it might be a hormone imbalance. So it's more than just the training and all that. It's a little bit more deep. There's ways that you can. There's definitely ways that you can decrease the leptin released by your fat cells, yeah? So definitely check that out. But Easy Herb done his presentation though. You have to just watch out the food that you're eating, because we know that in the long run,
regardless, bro,
it can cause damages, cytotoxins,
you know what I'm saying?
monosodium glutamate, you know, and understand how neurons and neurotransmitters and hormones work within the brain. They send the messages, yeah? And a lot of it can get disturbed with dietary and processed foods, boy. So I think that's about it, boy. Got the man them in the house.
Trust me, it's like some serious information. I can't lie, I've learned a lot today. It's actually mad. I still find it weird how like the body does all this. Like, I still find it weird that I don't like. It's actually mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually
mad.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, boy.
Like, I think we underestimate our body. I think we don't respect our body enough.
No, we
you know,
don't.
as humans, we need to respect our body way more than we actually do. Trust me.
We're not
respect your body.
We're not
mind what you
enough.
put inside your body. You know what I'm saying? I'm being a hypocrite right now, but it's easy to talk than to take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all this, but I still, you know what I'm saying, do my. But trust me.
But once you get a better perspective and see how things work, then you can understand why you
100%.
actually, you know what I mean?
I need to watch. Everyone needs to watch where they're eating, because it's not a joke. It might not affect you now, but in the long term, it's peak. And it's all about the long term. It's not about what's going on now. It's about what's going to go on later on. You don't want to be old and suffering. You want to be old and, you know what I'm saying, pattern. You're still
active.
old and active. You don't want to be old and my back, my this, my that. You know what I'm saying? That's the big man thing. So.
Boy, stomach, cold, bro. People are shitting out blood, bro.
That's all dead.
Yeah.
That's
leaky gut.
Actually, yeah, no.
Leaky gut.
Long, fam.
That's from from food.
Health is wealth, man. 100%, bro. Health is
You know
wealth.
what it is that people, but you know what it is? Discipline, innit? That's what people
discipline.
not very
To be disciplined, bro.
discipline. It's a lot. It's a lot, but
It's not
once
easy,
you get-
basically.
Yeah, it's not easy, but you just have to just change that mindset.
Nah. It's all
gonna be a
everything
battle.
starts from your mind.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah. That's the thing.
Everything
So
starts from your mind.
everything that I speak about when it comes to the brain and the functioning, obviously the conscience, the choice is like the dominator.
Yeah.
This is what you can actually control.
It's
Is
true.
that choice,
Yeah.
that conscience choice to make your decisions. You know, that's a dominator. You can manipulate a lot of stuff by putting your mind to things.
100%.
So that's what you have to be in control of. Anything else is uncontrolled. You can't stop cytotoxins and the neurotransmitters stimulating to cell death
Yeah.
if you're choosingly, consciously putting those foods in your mouth.
It's true. You're putting yourself in that situation, literally. But you can avoid all of it by just not doing it, you know what I'm saying? And then that
But
won't happen.
yeah. But that's what I'm gonna say, and then I don't know. It's mad. I don't wanna say what I feel, because the thing is, yeah. But for this presentation, easy done.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Bam for that presentation.
Come
innit?
on.